Current global tensions have led to wars and conflicts, causing suffering and loss of life. Power struggles, territorial disputes, and ideological differences fuel these conflicts. Most notably, the Russian invasion of Ukraine. This all began in 2014, when Russia's annexation of Crimea triggered a conflict with Ukraine, leading to a devastating war. This war has now been rekindled, causing an all-out invasion of Ukraine, with thousands dead. Concerns regarding the conflict are spreading, with many wondering if a third world war will happen. To answer this question, we have created a hypothetical scenario on how World War III will go down, and how the whole world will be affected. Our simulation begins on March 1, 2024, as tensions between Russia and the European Union, EU, have escalated due to a territorial dispute in the Baltics and failed diplomatic negotiations. The war begins at Kaliningrad Oblast, a Russian exclave situated between Poland and Lithuania. The region is of great geopolitical importance due to its proximity to the Baltic Sea and its strategic military installations, including air bases and naval facilities. Tensions arise as Russia asserts its control here, claiming historical and strategic justifications. As NATO expands its presence around the Baltic states, Russia perceived this as a direct threat to its national security. Fearing encirclement by NATO, Russia decides to take drastic measures to protect its interests: the invasion of the EU. This operation, spearheaded by Russia, aims to secure Kaliningrad Oblast. This is the trigger that put World War III into motion. Eventually, on March 12, 2024, the Russian Federation launched a surprise invasion, targeting key locations across the EU. Russian forces, led by General Ivan Petrov, initiated multiple simultaneous offensives. Operation Northern Storm is now underway. The goal is to capture the Baltic capitals and secure strategic positions. Russia deployed their arsenal of advanced weapons, including T-90 battle tanks, two S-35 Koalicja SV artillery systems, Su-35 fighter jets, and more. In just a few days, Russian forces swiftly captured Vilnius, Lithuania, Riga, Latvia, and Tallinn, Estonia, establishing control over the Baltic region. Approximately 4,000 NATO troops were sacrificed, but there were more Russian losses, 6,000 dead. Key infrastructures in these regions were devastated. On March 18, 2024, the EU decided to bite back. Invoking Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty, this triggered a collective defense response from all NATO members. NATO forces, under the leadership of General Laura Anderson from the United States, mobilized to support the affected EU nations, thus forming the European Defense Alliance, EDA, led by the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, and France. A week later, NATO launched a counteroffensive to halt the Russian advance and protect key territories, defending Poland from Russian forces. Operation Iron Wall focuses on defensive strategies and engaging Russian forces in urban warfare. Intense fighting ensues in cities like Warsaw, Poland, and Gdansk, Poland, resulting in heavy casualties on both sides. NATO forces, supported by Polish and Baltic allies, managed to halt the Russian advance. Casualties from both sides are over 10,000 and residential areas in the cities are heavily damaged. NATO successfully repelled Russian forces with the help of Leopard 2A7 tanks from Germany as well as the American M1A3 Abrams tanks. The use of long-range precision missiles and Eurofighter Typhoon fighter jets provided immense firepower as well. Come April 2nd, the conflict has expanded its influence to other countries. China, seeking to assert its influence, provides indirect support to Russia, primarily through economic assistance and cyber warfare capabilities, forming the Sino-Russian alliance to rival the EDA. While the war rages on in Europe, the rest of the world suffers economically. The Russian economy relies heavily on energy exports, like oil and natural gas. Due to the war and sanctions imposed by the EU, other parts of the world suffer from increased energy prices and energy insufficiencies. All countries who rely on Russia are hit hard, but Russia suffers the most financially as their trade and investments decrease drastically. On April 10th, NATO employed a combination of conventional and unconventional warfare tactics to disrupt Russian supply lines and communication networks, aiming to sever the alliance it has with China in Operation Thunderbolt. NATO Special Forces units, led by Colonel Maria Sanchez, U.S., and Captain Max Miller, Germany, conduct successful guerrilla ambushes, sabotaging critical infrastructure, and disrupt Russian logistics behind enemy lines. There were minimal losses due to the secretive nature of this mission. The strategic and tactical use of special forces equipped with advanced weaponry such as sniper rifles and concealed explosives led to its success. In the beginning of May, Russia responded to NATO's counteroffensive with increased aggression. Operation Scorched Earth involves the launching of large-scale missile strikes against NATO air bases and naval installations. The strikes, launched from mobile launchers like the RS-24 Yars, target NATO air bases in Ramstein, Germany, Lakenheath, United Kingdom, and Sigonella, Italy, causing significant damage to infrastructure and reducing NATO's aerial superiority. Naval installations in the Mediterranean Sea and the Baltic Sea are also hit, temporarily impairing NATO's maritime operations. After several years of intense conflict, both sides realized the devastating consequences of the war. The loss of life, economic turmoil, and destruction of infrastructure have taken a heavy toll. Diplomatic efforts intensify, leading to negotiations between key world powers. Finally, on November 15, 2025, representatives from the EU, NATO, Russia, and China, along with other major stakeholders, gathered for peace talks. The negotiations result in the signing of the Treaty of European Reconciliation and Global Stability, officially ending World War III. Prominent figures involved in the peace talks include diplomats such as Maria Petrova, EU, General Thomas Mitchell, NATO, General Sergei Ivanov, Russia, and Ambassador Li Wei, China. This treaty symbolizes the collective commitment to end the hostilities and establishes a path towards reconciliation in the aftermath. It serves as a foundation for the post-war recovery efforts and lays the groundwork for rebuilding trust among the involved parties. This is our take on the possible scenario of World War III. We sincerely hope that this will not become a reality, as the world descends into warfare and chaos. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments. If this video satisfies your curiosity, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to our channel and share this video to your friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.